Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. And if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them, may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I might be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your story, I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. All right. Hope everybody is doing good. You won't be seeing the little snarky t-shirts probably through the summer because it's hot. By the time I start working, like after I've done my client reads, it's kind of warm and more clothes is bad. Even with the air on. So summertime is sundresses and rompers and skin. Which is the reason why my hair is back up, because that hair on my neck was, that was all bad. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to do a whole deck read today. I'm not going to format the spread like I normally do. I'm just going to throw cards, and then we're going to see what is out there and see what Spirit wants us to talk about today. Hope everybody is feeling good, feeling rested. Got your drinks, got your smokes, got your snacks, whatever you need. Sit back, relax. Let's get into it. All right. Ooh. Of course, the very first card out would be our resident stalker. Okay. Somebody is watching you. Oh. Okay, so somebody that you've walked away from. I'm going to keep on going because I'm using the whole deck. So we'll do the whole span of this area here. So it looks like you have somebody here who's definitely losing their, I heard it just that way, losing their shit. It's somebody that you've walked away from. You could have, and whoever this person is that you walked away from, I heard that this person might have been a tyrant. They come across as kind of self-serving. This is an energy of, my way or the highway. Prominent fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, the first line. Prominent fire. You walked away from this person and you've deaded it in order to find your own healing and your own happiness. You made a decision to choose your happiness, your abundance over everything. We like it. Okay. And I think part of the reason why this person's losing their shit is because you don't appear to be heartbroken by the separation. Okay. You don't appear to be heartbroken by the separation at all. And if this person, I think they might also be a little bit upset too if they've done something in the past to like betray you, or if there had been some betrayal or whatever. I get the impression that you're aware of it. And even through that, you ain't heartbroken about, you're not heartbroken about the situation. I think you've overcome it. You've healed from it. Look at you. Wow. So this, now I do have the energy here of someone who is really upset. I feel like they're disappointed in the fact that maybe they didn't show up for you in the past, or they may have taken too long or whatever. I'm getting a couple of things here. I also have the energy now. If someone here, significant fire, if someone here did something to betray you, I do feel as though they may have been trying to also block or restrict. That's the word that I heard. They may have been trying to do something to restrict you from obtaining like your 10 of cups, your wish fulfillment, your dream come true. They may have done something. They may have done something to either confuse you or to make you feel confused about what that wish fulfillment looked like. They may have also seen something or gotten some kind of indication that you're not choosing them. And it doesn't matter how much time that because it feels like this is a relationship that was cultivated over a long period of time. So I don't know who this person is for you, but I think this person is also really confused by the fact that you're not hurt. I'm like, I think they're kind of confused that fact that you appear to be happier without them. You appear to be much happier without them. And now they're really disappointed in whatever they've done, or they're just really disappointed, because I do get the impression somebody here is looking at maybe some of their actions in the past. Maybe something that they've done in the past could also be illuminated, because I can see that as well. So this energy looks like if something is being illuminated, say they did something and it's being, there's some attention being brought to it, or it's being brought up to the surface so other people can see it. I kind of feel like the disappointment, and I'm telling you, not based on the cards, but the energetic feeling that I'm pulling from it. The disappointment doesn't feel like I'm disappointed because I did this. This feels more like I'm disappointed because it's being exposed, not because they did it. It's because of the exposure. Boo. That's why you may have this person blocked. You could also have this person blocked on social media. Like if you got, and I'm not even saying like, I'm not even talking about what you use your platform for or anything like that. Like, but you may have them blocked, like, so this person cannot communicate with you. So you could have them blocked on your phone. You could have them blocked on your socials. They can't see you. I mean, my shit is open. I leave it public just because I don't really care. But like the specific people that I don't want to see in my feed or whatever, I block those people. Now, if you got to watch me from the browser in order to see what my life is, or if you've got to create fake ass accounts just so that you can watch my channel, so that you can watch my stuff on socials, you should probably really re-examine your whole life, your whole existence, because that makes you a weirdo. This person is not happy. They're not happy. And I think the other thing too, because I see like you appear to be happier without them. You appear to be very stable. I said this yesterday, you're on your boss shit. So you're focusing on the things that you need to make you stable, and you're blocking out anything that comes towards you that doesn't mirror the image of what you want to see in your life. And if you're not there, I would strongly recommend that you make that a part of your life. Make that a part of your life practice. Reject anything that doesn't look like what you want in your life. If what is approaching you isn't a reflection of what you want to see in your life, child, block that shit out and stay focused on what it is that you want. Because your emotional and financial well-being truly feels like it's only really important to you. This person doesn't really give a shit about whether or not you're, emotionally or financially secure. It's important to you. And I do see where this person has attempted to try to block your progress or block you from obtaining the happiness that you seek. Now, this is the energy it's funny because when I do see it, I don't call it out that often, but this does look like you don't really look like what you've been through. You don't really look like what you've been through. You've been through some really gut-wrenching betrayals behind your back. Behind your back. But yet you still come across as unconditionally loving. Oh. I also have an energy out here. Somebody, like, if you are highly intuitive, I do have the energy here of somebody trying to, this kind of feels like somebody paying another person, like paying maybe a practitioner to like blind your third eye or something like that. Okay. Look, the way you dipped out of here, oh yeah, they didn't expect none of that. I said this person's kind of confused about your departure. They're confused. They're not only confused about your departure, they're confused the fact that you don't seem to be bothered. You're not heartbroken. You're not, you're not burnt out about it. That's a tower for them. Your leaving is a tower for them. Yeah, they never thought. Like, I see it's so interesting because I do see like this really interesting energy of stability, mental, emotional, financial security. Like you feel very, very stable. This relationship dynamic, while you may have known this person for a very long time, it doesn't live rent free in your head. It doesn't live rent free in your head. I think you're seeing it very, very clearly. And I feel like you've decided to move towards or create for yourself an environment where, like, you want to be happy. You want to be in an environment where you can thrive, where you have the ability to, have new cycles, have these abundant, excuse me, now they don't want me talking about it. Creating these abundant environments for yourself. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Now, this whole section here looks like somebody who may have made a decision to come after you that results in them experiencing, like, this for me could be negative karma. So this could literally be, maybe at one point, remember I said like they could have paid somebody here to affect or blind your third eye, to prevent you from making moves or to block you from opportunities. And now they may be experiencing that very thing, or it's being illuminated. Something here that they've done may be illuminated, because now let me see how these are all connecting. Yeah, something that they did. Something that they did. Under the moon. Okay. They're concerned that something that they did under the moon is being illuminated or will be illuminated, or it's evidenced by something that's happening in their life, because I can see it's a direct connection to their life. Your exit and the fact that you may have blocked them, like you moved on, you moved away from the drama, like maybe there was, maybe every time you came around this person, it was always like some kind of conflict, some kind of petty shit, right? You moved away from it, you blocked out communication, you blocked them. That creates a tower. You very well could have a public platform. And if this person has been lying about who you are and what you do, it's being, here's the connection of the illumination. It's being illuminated that you're not the person, like some unstable, batshit crazy person. You're not that person. People are seeing like you're, very innovative, and you think outside of the box. You've got great ideas. You might be like kind of a little, woo, little rainbow glitter and magic, and people can see that. Yeah, you're embodying Empress energy. We like it. Oh yeah, somebody has been trying to block out a new opportunity, block an opportunity for you. And whoever this is, has been coming against you. They're not a team player. I do feel also that they may have had other people working with them. There may have been other people working with them. And those other people who were involved are also being caught up. So if at one point they were on top of the wheel, they are now on the bottom half of the wheel, and it's being seen. All of the people that were involved, it's being seen amongst them all. Yes, there was a group of people that came up against you, that worked feverishly hard against you. There may also be a bunch of people here. They may have all worked together to try to block you from this new opportunity. There could be some type of windfall. The ace could be the opportunity, the windfall. It could be an inheritance. It doesn't have to be, but it's something new, tangible, right? People have been working together to block you from it or to keep you from it. They all might be getting sick. I heard one by one. And these same people are the same people that never celebrated you. There was never emotional support for you from these people. Look at this. Okay. Now, months ago we talked about the theft of intellectual property. Hold on. Because now I can kind of see a little layer of that as well. Because whatever you do, collective, whatever you do, you're good at it. And the reason why you're good at it is because you've taken the time to learn everything about it. So whatever this opportunity, windfall, whatever this is that they're trying to block you from, you were made for it. You're made for it because you know your shit. You know your shit, and You have the capacity or the ability to create shit out of dust. You're like MacGyver. You're like MacGyver. You have the ability to create things just off of the pure shit that comes out of your brain. Not everybody can do that, and if you can do that, and if you have the ability to do that, there's a reason for it. Okay. Now this is interesting. Because remember I said up here, I said the theft of intellectual property. Now I'm going to go back to the top here. You have somebody and there was an idea that, remember I said in yesterday's reading, I was like, maybe at one point, maybe you were like an over communicator. Maybe you would talk too much. That's not a bad thing, but maybe you discuss some ideas or whatever. And because this right here looks like somebody trying to compete against you, competing with you against your idea. Does that make sense? Like, here's your idea. This isn't somebody watching you. This is your idea here. Here's the competition trying to stop you, because I do see all these blockages, trying to stop you from, like, you know, getting it off the ground or launching. Like, say you have an idea, but you don't necessarily have the resources to fully pull it off. You may have discussed some of these things with somebody who actually did have the resources. Instead of them helping you get your shit off the ground, they decided to take upon themselves to come against you as your direct competition. This is nasty work. Nasty work. This is something here, and it is connected to people who are tied to your past. They're not a part of your life. Whoever this is I'm talking about, these are not people that are a part of your day-to-day, like, part of your life right now. This is part of your past. Ooh, no, we're not taking those. So they've been watching you and waiting. See, the thing is that whatever your idea was, it may have stalled for them, because if you walked away from these people, I see so much because I'm laying all these cards out on top of each other. But if you had an idea and say you block people on your social media, because I can kind of see that that would definitely put a stop to whatever they're doing, because if they're watching you, then they can, I heard, see how the sauce is made. What does that even mean? Do you cook? I don't know what that means. But you block them so they can't see what you're doing, so they can't piggyback or steal off of your ideas. Yeah. And so this person, we do have a ringleader out here. I'm telling you, it's all connected. So whoever this ringleader person is, they also are trying, they made this decision to come up after you, right? They got cohorts, they got a whole group of people to come up against you as well. Spider in the legs, remember that. I always talk about it. Now everybody is unhappy. They didn't think that you would do this. Like, if you block them or whatever, or if you stop contact and you kind of moved on, you know, and say, because I can even see too, like, what if you had an idea and say you tried to get it off the ground and it really didn't go anywhere? You just pivot. You pivot and went in a different direction. They didn't see that coming. They didn't see that coming. You do have somebody out here who's, I don't think this is lack of clarity for you. I think this is somebody here telling lies about you. Yes. Somebody here telling lies about you. I said it before the card even came. These are people connected from your past. So they could be family. It could be family. It could be cousins. It could be siblings. Definitely somebody you don't have no fond memories of. And now all the people that came up against you, oh, look at this. I love it. And all the people that came up against you, they're being afflicted by the same thing. Now they got all these burdens on their back because they're trying to prevent you from getting what's yours. And this one thing keeps coming out too, and if you are partnered, they have tried to do work to break you and your partner up. You're so protected, collective. I love it. You're very, very protected. They hate that you're being viewed as they hate your confidence. They hate your confidence. They hate your confidence, man. They hate your confidence. They underestimated your smarts. They underestimated your intuition. They literally underestimated you. Only queen I don't have out here is Queen of Pentacles, but I got the Empress, so it doesn't matter. You are all the queens in the deck. I'm talking to Divine Feminine today, whether you're masculine or feminine. Love it. There's somebody here who's literally been trying to break down your life. They've been trying to affect your relationships. Even if you're not partnered, they've literally been trying to affect other relationships that are in your life or the people who are in your life. They've been trying to affect those people. So it's not like this person, if there has been somebody here throwing juju on you, it does feel like somebody here has been trying to like block your third eye. Like block your third eye. This feels crazy. This also looks like if you suffered from like the failure of a past relationship, like say in the past you were in a relationship, like it was a soulmate relationship, somebody that you really loved, and say that relationship like plummeted, it just came to, crashed and burned or whatever, and say it was a great source of disappointment and hurt and pain or whatever. This energy definitely feels like somebody wanting to keep you in that low dense energy, to always feel like heartbroken. Because the thing about it is, or it's got me thinking about like the law of attraction, where and now what you think about is what you magnetize and you draw to yourself. So this is the energy of somebody, like if you had been in that low place at one point, it's like they wanted to keep you there, to keep you destabilized, because that would actually impact that would impact all of your future relationships and a current relationship if you're in a relationship now. So it's like if you were constantly focused on, what somebody did to you in the past, they hurt your feelings, they broke your heart. If you were constantly thinking about it, you perpetuate that energy and you create the dynamic of that within your current relationship. That's the reason why I don't do love readings anymore, because most people, they want to know about like what's their future love looking like, but you still have old dusty energy like in your energy field, and until that energy is swept away, cleared out and all that, like I don't actually ever see new love coming in until that there's always something that needs to be eradicated before the new love comes in. This almost feels like if you were in a new relationship, say you were in a relationship and you experienced a bad relationship, they wanted you to stay in that energy so that you could adversely manifest the same funky ass energy into the current relationship that you're in. Does that make sense? Got really word salady right there, but I hope that made sense. because it kind of feels like they wanted to affect your relationships. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just a romantic relationship. It could be old like friendships and stuff. Like, say you had a friend and it was your ride or die, and then they backstabbed you and it was devastating for you. Then you develop trust issues. Now you don't trust anybody, right? And now you're side-eyeing all your other friends, creating that vortex of mistrust. That's damaging to relationships. So inevitably, they just wanted you to be miserable and alone the way they may feel. Because why? Misery loves company. And I feel like you may have walked away from this person because you recognize that the drama between you, it just never ended. There was never any shift or change away from it, and you made a choice. I could stay here and keep dealing with this shit, or I can move on. I can make an executive decision and choose to move away from this. Because the more I keep myself aligned with something that won't change, all it does is it brings me down. It puts the burdens on my back. And these people don't even support me emotionally. So what am I doing? Yes, you chose to create an environment of stability for yourself. I love it. Where you would not have to worry about feeling like you're on the outside. And I think you also shifted your perspective in terms of the poverty consciousness. You may have, because it feels like and poverty consciousness is directly tied to this Ten of Swords up here. That's crazy. So it's kind of like, as long as you decide, if the longer you stayed connected to this environment, this situation, could have been a family home or whatever, because it is connected to the Ten of Cups. As long as you stayed connected to this environment, you would always feel like you were not getting the full essence of what you wanted. So yeah, the energy of lack always existed, because you may not have felt like you were getting what you needed. So you decided to make a choice. I'm gonna go get what I need. I'm gonna create it for myself. Okay, I like it. And not only did you do it, because the thing about it is, that environment that you were in, you couldn't create the stability there, at least not for yourself, or at least it didn't feel like the environment that you were in was stable. And the person that was leading the way was a tyrant. This person only wanted things the way that they wanted it done. They only wanted things that were, like I said, it was very self-serving. It was a self-serving energy. My way or the highway. And even if you had to move through fear, you did it anyway. You did it anyway. Through fear, uncertainty, you were like, anything has to be better than this. Wow. I heard House of Lies. Damn. House of Lies. The Moon, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. House of Lies. Over here with the Four of Wands in the reverse. House of Lies. So you decided to let it go. The longer you stayed there, you couldn't. I really believe that in that environment, you couldn't find any stability there. It even if what did I say in yesterday's reading? It affected your money and your health. The longer you stayed there, and I see that here, the longer you stayed there, your money was affected. Your money, your stability, your emotional security, emotional stability, and your health. All of that was compromised the longer that you stayed in that environment around those people. Yep. And so you had to make a judgment call to remove yourself from the house of lies. Put up your boundaries. I like it. I like it. And I also think too, with whoever you were moving away from, I think part of the reason why things would never move forward is because you didn't see eye to eye. You both looked at things very, very differently, you know, through different lenses and scopes or whatever. And so I feel like you could never really see any real traction on anything that you wanted to do, especially if any of these people were involved. So you had to make a decision. We don't see eye to eye. I have to figure out how to make myself secure, because you have everything that you needed in order to do that. I love it. And you decided, I don't want to do this no more because there's no success here. Yes. No success here, and I'm not happy. So you had to make a decision. Yep. Oh, I love this. Yep. And the person, I'm telling you, whoever, a house of lies, whoever this is that was like, I heard head of household, whoever this person was a bully. This person was a bully. Yep, this person was a bully. So you may have been, you had a bully under your roof here. And so you had to overcome your own fears of the unknown and walk away, strategically walk away, make a plan. Yep, and off you go. And you are not crazy enough to go back. All right, so we only have a few cards left, so I'm going to flip them right here. Actually, we'll go here. Yeah, so you have somebody here who let your guards down. Okay. So here's the thing. I do have the energy of somebody wanting to come in to initiate a new cycle with you, right? However, if this person leads with an apology, I wouldn't trust it just because it looks like an empty apology. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's like somebody wanting to come in, but I still feel like they're keeping something. It's not going to be successful. They're not going to get a new chance to come back in. Even if they were to come in and be like, because I do feel like you have somebody here who is definitely stalking the hell out of you. Not only stalking, they watch you a lot. I heard monitor. They watch you a lot. And I think the thing about this dynamic is, oh, look at that. My last card's out. Here's the thing. I feel like them coming towards you, they didn't actually take the time. I don't feel like whoever this is actually took the time to try to foster a healthy connection with you. They simply relied on the fact that, like, if this is family, they kind of relied on the fact that whatever the title was in the family, like, I'm your, fill in the blank. I kind of feel like this person may feel like Don't shoot the messenger. I do kind of get an energy here that feels very much like they believe that you owe them for, this could be a parental figure. It's almost like they believe that you owe them for whatever they provided for you while they were raising you, which is whack as hell because that's not how it works. That ain't how it works. This feels very much like somebody wanting to come in. They have an expectation that you would put your life on, child. This feels like the energy of somebody expecting you to put your life on hold so that you could tend to them because of the role that they play in your life, because of their position, whoever this person is. Take it how it resonates, okay? I also have the energy here. They feel like somebody wants to come towards you because if you're in a, I told you, I said if they're in a, they're getting hit with some karma, but they're also dealing with a circumstance that is like, you know, they're falling out with other people. Their health may be in question. Their resources may be drying up. This person is not coming to you because, you know, they got all this love in their heart, because I can see that over here. They're not coming to you with love in their heart. They're coming to you with like, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna love bomb you. I'm gonna love bomb you because our relationship is frayed right now, and I think that you have the resources that I may need, but I know if I come to you, it's gonna slow you down considerably from doing what you need to do. I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna have my hand out, and I want you to be fair with me. The hell? Nah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. All right. That was every card in the deck. I could tell you what we're not doing. All right. Let's put these cards to the side. I can tell you what we're not doing. And actually, let's all right. I'm gonna pull like a handful of Kipper. Something about a family home. Poverty. Great fortune. Okay. So there is a situation that there may have been a death here. Somebody is looking at or thinking about this woman as it relates to the house, or the potential loss of the house, because the outer cards, I have house in the reverse and great fortune in the reverse. And then poverty. The family room is usually the room that the family gathers in, or in a home that you may have once lived in with, like you lived in this house. You may have lived in this house. So I don't know if this is you thinking about this woman, or is this somebody else that's thinking about this woman in this house. Tell me about this house. Ooh, the truth. The truth. This could be the law. This could be a lawyer. This could be an investigator. This could be law enforcement. Somebody is trying to hold on to this fortune, because usually the 10 of Pentacles is like, it's like generational wealth, right? Connected to the family room. Somebody is trying to hold on to it, but they're getting ready to lose the fortune. This could be truth. This could be an investigator. Again, this could be somebody looking into, thinking about somebody who may have walked away from a particular relationship. Yeah, this could be truth and clarity around the separation between you and another person. Remember I said, like, you're away from this person, but you're not hurt over it. You're not, I heard butt hurt. You're not butt hurt over it. Somebody may have gotten some bad news. This is reap what you sow. So maybe somebody's getting bad news about something that they've done because it's coming back around. And now they're feeling in regret. Now they're feeling regretful for what they've done. Yeah, somebody here, I kind of feel like somebody here is like they may have been doing something here to block your intuition. But you may already know about this. And it's somebody, they've been doing it repetitively. Holding on to this money. They have invested a lot in this. So there is some kind of resources. The bottom of the deck. Listen, the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. It's coming. The truth is coming. I keep saying the truth is coming. The truth is coming. The truth is coming out about whatever they've done. Somebody has definitely been looking into it. Yes, and they're worried. Somebody is worried that justice is about to be served. Listen, they are worried about justice being served, the truth coming out. They've been hiding it. It's about to come out. It's about to come out. They've been trying to hide it. I say it and then the cards come out. They've been trying to hide it. This person's also been trying to hide the fact that they use their position in people. So it's like this could be somebody that, whoever this person is somebody that may have been well respected in the community, and this person abuses that authority. They abuse the position that they hold in people's lives to bully them into submission, is what I heard. Somebody's been trying to knock you off your square, but they can't do it. They've been trying to stagnate you. It's not working. They've been unsuccessful. And even if somebody here tried to perform some type of moon match, I was getting ready to say moon magic and then it jumped out. If somebody here had been trying to do moon magic to unalive you, baby, if they've been trying to this person, I'm gonna use Amanda's deck, but this person, whoever this is, somebody here has been trying to do moon magic to drastically affect your life and your livelihood. I do see the energy of somebody here who may have tried to unalive you, but it's been unsuccessful because you're still here. They've been trying to ruin your relationships. Your relationships are still intact. They've even tried to knock you off your square a couple times. That don't work either. I keep saying this person's been working with the moon like a fool. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And they might also be, okay, because this is giving me energy of like return to sender. So they could also be worried if they're sending energy to unalive you and you still here. They're looking at you like, well, who the hell are you? I've done this to other people and it has worked. It's not working on the collective. Now they worry because everything that they've been throwing at you is coming right back to them. Listen, it's coming right back to them. And it's not only that, it's being illuminated. It's being illuminated. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. All right. What have they been doing? What kind of magic they've been using against the collective? Separation spells used to create distance or break relationships, whether romantic, business, or friendships, often with the intent to cause discord. Unseen forces, subtle energetic forces that interfere with a person's ability to manifest their true desires, often appearing as obstacles or barriers. Ooh. I'm going to take these because they jumped out. Spiritual deception, the use of spiritual teachings or practices to lead others astray, causing confusion or disempowerment. Toxic relationships, emotional and energetic connections that create continuous harm through manipulation, control, or unbalanced energy exchanges. Spiritual narcissism, the misuse of spiritual beliefs or practices for self-serving purposes, often disguised as entitlement. I'm going to grab one more. Soul possession, dark rituals aimed at taking over or taking possession of someone's soul for control, manipulation, or to force a path that benefits another. If you guys want a copy of this deck, Energies of Affliction by Amanda Lewis, the link is in the description box below. This is an amazing deck. Quickly one of my favorites. And it reminds me, I'm being reminded to mention this right now. If you had something, and this doesn't have anything to do with the cards that I have right here, but I got to download while I was doing all this. If there is something that you had been working on before that you couldn't seem to get off of the ground because of roadblocks and delays and just weird shit, Spirit wants you to revisit whatever that was that you were doing and maybe do it again, try to do it again, or do it a different way. I'll use myself as an example, as I often do. So I worked for a studio. I worked out of an art studio for like a year. It's like a paint and sip art studio. I worked for them for like a year, which helped me legitimize my ability as an instructor, as a teacher, right? And it also stretched my artistic abilities as well, because they had me painting stuff that was like way outside of my realm of things that I paint. But when I left there, I decided to try to branch out, go back to working for myself, and then branch to like, to do like paint and sips out of other, local breweries or whatever. And so I had, reached out to a number of local breweries, and then, got on board and, got this thing going on. Everything was working really well. And then all of a sudden I started to notice a shift between my relationship, my relationship with all the owners of these locations had changed dramatically. And I did not know what happened. It wasn't really on my radar at the time. And I realized that my method of advertising is online and through my socials. So if I posted on socials like, hey, I have a class coming up at this location at this time, and blah, blah, I noticed that ticket sales started to dip. And again, like the relationship with the owners of each one of these breweries had changed. Like I noticed that the communication had kind of dried up a little bit. When I would send them text or emails or whatever, the responses would be like really cold and very, very short. And I was like, what? Like, okay. And I never really thought anything of it. And then I realized, like, after doing readings and after like watching back some of my own stuff, realized that there were people going behind me contacting these places and telling them weird shit about me. And then all of a sudden these folks didn't want to do business with me. So, and the joke's on you, because the funny thing is that that wasn't me doing classes out of breweries and stuff like that was never actually part of my business model. I did it because I could. I did it because the lesson for me was to step out of my comfort zone and to initiate conversations with people that I normally would not. And once I was able to do that and I proved to myself that I can, then it's kind of like, you know, you pass the level and now you can move on with your life and go do your thing. Painting at breweries and stuff, while it was fun and I made a lot of cool friends and, you know, had wonderful classes, that was never part of my business model. So it wasn't a big deal for me to let it go when I made the decision, okay, I'm going to not do breweries and offsite, because honestly, it takes away from me being with my family. And the whole goal of me doing what I do was to allow me time to be here with my family, to be in my home, to do what I love. What else can I do? So I had to kind of, you know, it wasn't really reinventing the wheel. It was just really a big shift in perspective and thinking outside of the box and what else could be done. What else could I do in order to still be creative, in order to still create and get my work out? How else can I do that? And I actually love my retirement home classes. So, you know, me going to get new retirement homes, like I could, but I actually branched out a little bit further and, you know, started moving into other arenas, which I don't really talk about because I'm not really trying to have anybody mess up what I'm doing. All right. Let's look at, let's get some truth cards. Let's get some truth cards before we wrap. Time now on my clock is 4:44, so that could be a huge synchronicity for you. And I want to thank you guys again so much for supporting my work and supporting each other in these comments. For all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, the super things, all of that. I appreciate it. I really, really do. You have no idea. I didn't, like I said, I've been saying it, like I didn't create this channel to initially be a tarot channel, but here we are. And I'm glad that it's here, and I'm glad that I am able to help so many people. Because really, that's my goal here, is just to help you navigate through this energy. No matter where you are on your on your journey. All right, we have communication problems, video chat, someone's inconsistent. Then we have weight. Marriage is in the cards for you. They will speak up. Relationship will go to the next level. Someone likes you romantically. Someone has commitment issues. Someone's a liar. We have family influence. Long distance, maybe the reason for the video chat. Maybe somebody's at a distance from you. Somebody here could be dealing with depression. Texting, maybe their texting is inconsistent. Maybe you're dealing with somebody long distance whose communication is inconsistent. It could be because they're depressed. All right, I have long term. It's not over yet. Autumn may be significant. We have self-love. Take these two. Phone conversation and don't settle. Okay. Empathy overload. Results coming. Temporary setback. Children involved. It's not personal. Ask more questions. Temptation. lack of passion, energy cleansing, and someone desires reconnection. But above it says don't settle, and the one above that says liar. Bottom of the deck, time is now. Okay, let's look at the synchronicities. 166 may be significant. 333, 1313, 133, 323, 111, 4567. Did I say 1313 already? Okay, let's look at the dates. I have January the 3rd, January the 4th, January the 7th, January the 11th, January the 15th. I have got February the 3rd, February the 4th, February the 6th, February 7th, February 8th, February 15th, February the 16th, February the 5th, February the 10th, February the 19th, February the 13th, February the 11th. I have March 1st, March 5th, March 7th, March 23rd, March 16th, March 13th, March 10th, March 11th, March the 3rd, March 19th, March 6th, March 4th, March 12th, April 1st, April 2nd, April 6th, April 7th, April 5th, April 8th, April 15th, April the 6th, April the 3rd, April the 19th, April the 12th, April the, I said 6 already, April the 13th, April the 16th. I have May 3rd, May 7th, May 4th, May 23rd. June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, June 7th, June 12th, June 6th, June 13th, June 16th, July 1st, July 3rd, July 4th, 5th, July 7th, July 23rd, July 11th, July 15th, July 6th, July 2nd, July 10th, July 19th, July 2nd, did I say that? July 6th, I said that, yeah. August the 2nd, August the 4th, August the 12th, August the 15th and 16th. No September, but I have October the 2nd, October the 5th, October the 7th, October the 3rd, October 11th, October the 13th. November 1st, November 3rd, November 7th, November 10th, November 13th. December the 3rd, December the 4th, December the 2nd, December the 6th, December 16th, December the 8th. Yep, that's it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. Whether you're catching me during the live premiere or you're catching me whenever you happen to catch me, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos or when I go live. I'm due to do another live because I'm trying to sprinkle in a couple of lives a week. So I might come back a little bit later. We might go live later on tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care. Bye.